wonderful thing about this is that the church is finally up on, I always like to say they're up on game when it comes to Gen Z. I remember back in the day, we used to write books about millennials and youth ministry after millennials were out of youth ministry. And so for me, it's, hey, we're finally with Gen Z getting ahead of the curve, and especially Gen Alpha, which, by the way, I hate that we're naming generations like hurricanes, man. Like, we name hurricanes, when you run out of one alphabet, we start another. And it's like that with Gen Z and Gen Alpha. I think Gen Alpha should be called Generation Plus because of all the plus options that they have in their life and all the alternative options, and everything they expect is to have a plus component added to everything. But with Generation Z, research says that they are the most numerous generation in history. They are the most ethnically diverse, entrepreneurial, and innovative generation in history. They're literally the generation we've been praying for. And the reason they're that way is because their parents are Gen X, a completely cynical generation. I joke, I tell my friends that I'm more cynical than mystical. But when it comes to Gen Z, they saw a lot of the possibility and the dreaming and the ambition of millennials, but they also saw with millennials, by and large, they weren't able to root that down into something tangible. So Gen Z is way more pragmatic and cynical at the same time. So they not only want to dream it, but they want to do it. They're able to focus and hone it. But with COVID, and with all the disruptions we face, and research also says that this generation has faced more disruptions globally in the last 5 years than the last 3 generations combined. That's huge. That's a lot of disruptions on a global scale that people are facing. And what's made the most entrepreneurial, innovative generation in history has also made it the most hesitant generation in history. Now, Gen Z is arguably ages 8 to 28-ish right now, but they see what they can do. They see a pathway forward, but they wonder, is there a way for me to do it, or will I be hindered by another disruption that's around the corner? So a lot of individuals in Gen Z will make alternative plans based on what could be an obstacle rather than what is an obstacle. And so launching this generation of leaders we have been praying for, to take the gospel to the inside of the earth in an entrepreneurial and innovative way, we also have to show them that maybe the vision that God has given them is exactly what's needed to remove the obstacles that they're perceiving.